and they still want to grow, how else can they grow? Looking at how I grew from, let's say, 2,000 to 7,000. I'm becoming the Sasha Fierce that I want. Like
that you are on the internet.
To also overflow in my real life.
Take me back to October 2024. You're sitting in the car and you're like, I want to talk to that girl who's in her PJs.
And the reason I chose her is because she actually found love through the story. when I made the first video, that was all it was supposed to be. It was just supposed to be.
Why would you have 3 seasons and not give her a name?
So it's escapism. That's just the world I was building. Creative mindset. Hey, use
this
those
is the
tears.
moment.
Use those tears. Go quickly in the car. Go, 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 go.
Dumelang Sanmane, hello, hi. Welcome back to the Aspire to Inspire Network, a podcast that aims to uplift, motivate, and inspire you as the viewer. Today I am honored to be speaking to the beautiful Puseletso Tsotetsi, a woman who is not only making single moms smile on the internet, but she's out there speaking to you guys and making you feel all hyped up at events, and most recently a book. Let's speak to Puseletso about all of the incredible work that she is doing in her everyday life. Tell me about the song that you were playing on the road. What song was it and why were you playing that song?
Like now?
Yes.
I don't know it. Zingumalo, I think.
Okay. Why that song? You were trying to get into the groove of things.
I was trying to just lift my energy.
Okay.
I was feeling good. Or maybe I was scrolling TikTok last night and it's one of the videos that just kept showing up.
Okay, and if you had to describe today in 3 words, how would you describe it?
Today? Peaceful.
How was your day?
It's been peaceful. I've been helpful. I made my grandmother breakfast in bed.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, high energy because of the song. Yeah, high energy.
Okay. I'm always so, I don't know, I literally smile from ear to ear when I see videos of you and your grandmother. I'm just like, oh, what?
I should have vlogged that actually this morning, but yeah, I made her a nice little eggs and tomato toast. Yeah.
Okay, and if your kids were to describe you in a sentence, all 3 of them in one sentence, what do you think they'd say?
They'd have different things to say. My daughter would say she's so mean because obviously, like, she's a teenager. Like, I have to boundaries now. I'm a bit more, you know, like,
it's no longer like those dances that we were doing.
Because otherwise, teenagers they will dance. Yeah. I think she'd say I'm mean. I hate to admit that, but I just had to make some adjustments. I mean well, so Kuda will be good again.
It's being a mother.
Yeah. My man, they have different things to say. My second born would probably say I'm kind. He actually says it a lot. Oh, he's so kind, Mama. Last born, lawyer Uncle Shong. Sometimes I don't even know if he recognizes me. Like I can't acknowledge him. Then I can't both.
He's like, oh yeah, well,
yeah, she's
here.
I think he's more of a daddy's boy. But I mean, he does love me. I know that deep down. So I don't know what he would say. He would say, I miss you, Mama. I don't know. He'd describe me as the person he misses.
As the person he misses a lot. Okay. And do you prefer coffee or tea to get you through the day?
I don't need either to get through the day, but if I really have to choose, I'll choose tea. But I can live without tea and coffee. Yeah, I can go in 2 years.
What? I couldn't do without any caffeine in my body.
No, I
couldn't.
I can. Futhi coffee and food. If I'm really, I don't know, craving it or but most times I regret it because I get jittery after drinking coffee.
Oh, okay, okay. Guys, I'm about to be you. Send help.
Addiction for some of you.
It is. It actually is. When you even get like an actual headache because sometimes I feel like it's in my
because
mind.
you haven't had coffee.
Yes, sometimes I feel like no, it's in my mind, and then I try and like ignore it. But I promise you, when I get a cup of coffee or anything that has got to do with caffeine, I feel so much better. So you once called yourself Growing Seed SA. What brought about that name?
My handle on Instagram,
on Instagram is still
so I still do, it still qualifies as something I call myself. It's not even sentimental like that. I guess I was encouraging myself, being kutaza, because I'm a short girl.
Oh, that's a growing seed.
So I was like, maybe there are other areas in my life where I'm growing, like a seed will grow, But then over the years, I also, so even if I'm not growing physically, in other ways, spiritually, emotionally, I'll be a growing seed.
Wow.
And then over the years, though, I forget the verse, but there's a verse that talks about there are seeds that will be planted, on rock, and some on fertile soil. And so I always thought that, or prayed that I would be the seed that's planted on fertile soil and continue to grow for the rest of my life.
Okay, that's actually, I would have thought, well, when I first came across you, because you were a mom blogger, right? So I thought when you said growing seed, like it had something to do with your kids.
No, nothing to do with them. They are not seeds that a man planted in me that I'm growing. No, it's not like that.
Okay. Okay, so what made you decide that you want to start creating content, and what was your first piece of content?
I can't remember. On social media particularly?
Yeah, social media.
Okay, on social media, the first piece I can't remember, but probably Facebook days, because even on Facebook I used to like posting videos back in the days. Maybe it's back, maybe I'm talking like 2016, so yeah, so we're talking about 10 years ago.
Maybe it was a while back.
Yeah, and even posting pictures as a regular Facebooker, even during a time when a lot of people weren't yet used to posting videos, where it was more family. I liked to post videos there. So probably it was obviously centered around family, parenthood. But then obviously now on Instagram and TikTok, I take it, I'd say, a little bit more seriously. Still not as seriously as I want to take it. And there particularly, I can't remember what the first. Oh, actually, I remember my very first post on Instagram was it was either my daughter or a Bible verse. Yeah, I remember I took a picture of a Bible with the scripture that was highlighted. If it's not that, then I think it was my daughter. She was like 4.
Okay, and what made you decide, once you were now into content creation, you would say, okay, this is what's happening? What made you decide, I want to create mom content? Because that's where you started, right?
So initially, I started posting because it was an outlet. It's funny enough, at the time, and actually this is common amongst a lot of other people, but at the time that I started posting regularly, it was like my darkest time in my life. I was I don't remember if I was diagnosed, but I could say I was quite depressed. I don't think I was diagnosed at that time, but I wasn't well. So it was an outlet, firstly. And then what then made me continue to take it seriously is that I saw that it was actually a coping mechanism. It was helping me. So let me continue doing this thing that's helping me feel better. Basically, yeah. And then I just kept going. And then also, you always, I think as parents, there's always, or as mothers, there's also always that aspect of documenting your children's lives. Yeah, so it also became somewhat that. And crazy enough, my kids still watch the YouTube videos. I no longer, it's been over a year, probably 2 years since I posted on YouTube. But my kids always go back to the videos
and they go and watch.
Yeah, and they've asked me, like a month ago, they asked me almost every day that, can I vlog again? Can I post more videos with them on YouTube?
And that's actually so beautiful, because it's them getting to see themselves at a younger age, and
they watch them all the time. They'll even come and show me, like, someday I'm just in my room or in the kitchen cooking, they're not just scrolling. They like YouTube Shorts or whatever. They're actually going to search my name, going into my channel, and watching old videos. Like it's a pastime by doing that.
Sure.
And it's
so
been
do you
so
think
long.
you'll ever go back?
I kind of have a bargain with God around that.
Okay.
Yeah, so if certain things happen in my life, God
Then
and
you'll
I
go
have
back.
had the discussion that then
You'll
I'll
go back there.
Yeah. So until those things happen, no. And I don't know if they will happen. I don't know. It's up to God.
Let's
So
hope they happen, guys.
Yeah, so if those things happen, the things that God and I spoke about, then I'll go back. But if they don't, I still love life and I'm still grateful for the way that I live, even without posting on YouTube. Yeah, so if I don't have to, I won't.
Okay. And then Growing Seed SA moves from just a mom who's just creating content to Puseletso, who is trying to help other people grow their social media pages.
Oh,
What
yes.
the? I was one of them, guys.
I went through that phase.
What made you decide to go on that phase? Like, what is it that was like, okay, you know what? I want to do this and I can do this.
I mean, I didn't do it full time, so it doesn't even feel like I was doing something.
Well, I guess to me it feels like you were actually doing something because I was part of the people who you were assisting, so it feels like a whole journey that you went through.
Okay, I guess it just happened organically that I saw some growth on my channel, on my Instagram particularly, because it's so hard to grow on Instagram. I mean, even now I'm just there, but compared to where I come from and the things I realized I had to do, how some parts of it had to be intentional for me. Other people are lucky and these things happen organically. And, they just... But for me, I had to put in some work and intention behind it. So I was like, let me actually share for someone who's also like me, who maybe doesn't have that natural charisma or flair or whatever they're sharing. Their family is not interesting enough or whatever. They're just normal people. And they still want to grow. How else can they grow? Looking at how I grew from, let's say, 2,000 to 7,000, 5,000 is a big jump. If you manage to grow 5,000 within, I would do what 30-day challenges. Yeah, if you manage to grow 5,000 followers on Instagram, even today, guys, if I grow 5,000 followers in a week and in a month, on Instagram. Like it's a thing. In our world, but online. In our world, it's a thing. So
it's a huge thing.
How about I share this with other people? And so I did, and it never really has guarantees. But I did it, I think 3 or 4 times the challenge, and each time it worked. So it was my luck. What was happening?
I think also
each time it worked.
I think also you were disciplined.
Yeah,
I think a lot of us failed in that thing because we just weren't disciplined enough to say, okay, I've got this strategy, I'm going to post no matter how busy life gets, I'm going to post every single day. And I know you were committed.
No, it requires commitment, you're right. Namanje, I thought I was going to do it now in August, but I have failed.
You failed.
Yeah, I don't know, it requires another level of discipline. It really does.
I tried to do it now in August.
Now
the second week I found myself in Limpopo for like 3 days, no network, and after that life got so busy, so I was like,
yeah, I tried. No, I really tried. But I think also I tried in concept, because I don't remember even posting more than like 3 days so far. What are we on? What am I doing in Yeah, no.
You didn't
consecutively. No, I didn't. But the plan was, I'm gonna do it. But I've tried to be more consistent on TikTok. At least 2 posts minimum per day. Yeah, that I've been. Except for weekends. So that's where I've given myself an exception.
Okay. Yeah. Weekends you're not posting.
2 to 3 videos a day. I've already posted 2 videos today.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Speaking of TikTok, you then go and call yourself I make single moms smile. How did that come about?
So I'm also a freelance copywriter. So, and in copy, but for businesses, right? So in copywriting for like entrepreneurs or small businesses, there's a thing where part of your personal brand is about how you help people. What do you do for people? How do you help them convert as a business or a business or a personal brand or a coach, let's say, whatever. So it's not as popular anymore, but there was that thing. If you look at a lot of maybe business coaches or whatever, their bios or things like that would say, I help depressed moms become happier in 30 days. So I remembered, that phase in my life where I had to usually come up with those things, with those little bio tags, little things for people. And then I thought, oh, actually, how about I do that for my handle as well? But I don't want to say I help because it feels like too much of a responsibility to say I help people do this. No, but what can I make people do if I look at some of my other content and if I pay attention to what people say I do? People will say, when are you so funny?
You're so funny.
I'm not, but I realized that it means I can actually make people smile through my content. In real life, I'm a little bit more serious. I don't like I take life too seriously. Yeah, no, it's only on social media. Okay, maybe like 30% in real life, but on social media I feel like more of that side comes out.
It comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, and why do you think that happens, like on social media more?
We're more playful. Hey, I was listening to was it a podcast? Yes, I was listening to a podcast episode and they spoke about it was actually a podcast Naledi Malela and her friend.
Oh, okay, yes.
You know those ones?
Yeah, that one.
Yes, I also forgot her name. But I love the podcast and I love both of them and their synergy in the podcast. And they spoke about how social media is not a persona, is not what, like, when people come on social media, they expect to see the real you, like it's an overflow of your real life. And I was like, ooh, okay. Because for me, it's like a Sasha Fierce thing,
Oh, okay, you're channeling in.
Yeah, so Sasha it's like Fierce. my other little, not as intense as Sasha Fierce, but like my other little playful, more fun character comes out on social media. And I'll take it back to my daughter saying she would probably describe me as a mean person right now. I wonder when she sees some of my videos,
she's like, is this the mom that I know?
This girl.
But she probably doesn't ask herself that. You know why? Because she's created content with you before, so she's probably seen you channel in that character. Unless she's, because of the teenagers, she's forgotten all about that. She's like, this one.
This girl is smiling on the internet. But
wow.
Yeah. Okay, so in a local personality, I'm on the internet.
Sure. And what do you then, like, how do you then deal with meeting people who know you on the internet and they expect this bubbly personality, or you haven't met anyone who's like,
I've had situations. Yeah, I've had one, actually, let's say one that I really remember, where the person even said to me, where's the,
the one that I know on the internet.
I felt so bad. But I think I'm growing up now. I'm becoming more excited to meet people, and I'm becoming the Sasha Fierce that I want. Like
that you are on the internet.
To also overflow in my real life. When you grow up as an introvert, and then at some stage you just have to come out of the bubble. You just have to go and network with people. You just have to talk. You have to put yourself out there. So I don't mind putting myself out there, but sometimes putting myself out there on screen and then out there in real life, it takes a little bit more effort. Yeah, but I think I'm growing in that case. Now I'm managing. Yeah, the last event I went to, there's a girl, I don't want to mention her, but yeah, her name. But she's at the door. And she says, the pressure.
The pressure. This girl doesn't know.
And let me tell you, wabamnandi singasahleki, her and I just were giggling throughout, and yeah.
So
and she helped me bring that out.
She helped you bring that
also
out.
An influencer. She helped. Yeah.
Wow.
And funny enough, she's also
very much different from the internet.
Yes, you would never say. Yes, the way I was giggling, the way we were laughing, like at some point I even have to say, Bella, behave. You know, like. But and I was like, oh, so I'm not the only one. But we clicked like that. Yeah. So.
Sure.
Yeah,
Wow. I think I used to be very shy. Like I think I used to be very, very shy. But this podcast has forced me to sort of come out because I have to speak to people. I have to ask people, can you come through to the podcast? And then have people say no or just ghost me. And so I get what you're saying.
You're right. I do see the shyness in you.
In Mina?
Yeah. I do.
I am. And people will be like, we're not shy. I'm like, guys, I am actually very shy.
Yeah,
but I'm forced to do this because I love speaking to people, weirdly enough.
Shy but friendly, yeah, boss. So somehow, yeah. But you are shy, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your very first viral video. Do you remember it? And did you actually plan with, okay, this video is going to be the one that goes wild?
I didn't plan. It was, if I remember well, I think this is it. I mean, I'm not calling but I think the first viral video was it didn't even have me in it, but it was my grandmother walking up the stairs.
I was actually about to say that one. It was your grandmother.
Yeah, walking up the stairs. That was the first viral video, if I really remember well. But yeah, I think it was the first one that got to the millions, let's say. Yeah. Makshesh.
And how does that feel?
It was okay because it wasn't my face.
No, but like it's your account that there's new followers. There's every time you get onto the app, there's a new comment, there's a new like, and all of that. How does that?
It was weird. It was very weird. But I don't know. I think I also didn't overthink it. I think if it was my face on it, like most of my videos where it's just me and my face, I think if it was something like that, it would have freaked me out. But because it was just my voice and then my grandmother walking, it was just a simple video, so it didn't feel. Yeah, no, it didn't feel any type of way.
Okay.
Okay, but I guess we're gonna get to it. But like that. When the story, that freaked me out. Okay, yes, but we'll get to it. But yeah.
I actually want to get to that. Yeah. But before that, you then I think I've seen sort of a pattern in you that once you see that something is working for you content-wise, you repeat it. Don't you have a fear with, okay, I've tried this once, it worked, but it might not work again? Like, for example, the outfit changes with Ukoko and Umama. Do you never have a fear that it might not work out the way that it worked out before?
And that's okay. Because, I don't know, I feel like I don't cling to virality. Because it doesn't also happen often. You see, if maybe I'm used to getting every month there's a video that goes viral. Maybe at some point, if a month goes past and it doesn't happen, I'll start to feel sad. So I've gotten used to a pattern, which is something that will happen once in a while, and then life goes back to normal once in a while. And in fact, there is a video I've done with that video where we in outfits we come back change, and that one didn't go viral. It maybe had less than 100,000 views compared to the other one. Let's say we did 4, I think so far. 3 did well and 1 didn't do well, and I still did another one after that one. Like, it's not the last one. Yeah, because it wasn't a thing you would see. It didn't do well, so they're over it now. It's videos I actually like. I like it when we're going somewhere to a wedding and we dressed up
and you get dressed up. You like the transitions.
So I'm gonna do it again, even if it gets 5,000 views. I'm gonna do it again because one day uzoshona mina and my grandmother and mother will stay behind and watch those videos, or uzoshona umamami and mina and my daughter will see my mom, or uzoshona ugogo wami.
Oh my gosh, go there. Wow,
but
you
went
get me deep. No, I hear you.
Gonna watch
like,
that.
Sure.
So whether it had 5,000 views or it had 1 million views, it's going to mean a lot to me at that time. Yeah.
Sure. Wow, I didn't expect that angle, but it makes so much sense. It really does. And I witnessed it with my late uncle. So my late uncle passed away last year in last day of Jan. Yeah, passed away on the last day of Jan. And December we were taking videos. Like I took videos when we were praying. I don't know why, but I took a video of him when we were praying. I took a video of him when we were speaking. I took pictures of him randomly, and now I get to look back and so that makes sense.
Yeah. And then with the other videos, because you said you noticed that I'll post a video and I'm able to replicate it. I still feel like I don't do it often enough. Actually, for instance, with my grandmother walking up the stairs, I think I only did that 3 times maybe. I feel like I should have capitalized much more on it. Yeah, but I didn't, because again, I don't want. And funny enough, it's the least content I have, like grandmother content, but it's the one that people love the most.
Yes, I was about to say, what do you mean it's the least? Because that's the one I'm always.
It's the least that I actually.
Or maybe
make,
it's because I'm always anticipating it. That's why it feels
so
like it's a lot.
Like, yeah, no, but it's actually the least type of content that I make. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to the one thing you are here for. Why does it make you so nervous when, or I don't know, like you become shy when people speak about it? Why? Or when I speak about it, actually, because every time I mention it, you're like.
I don't know.
Okay. So take me back to October 2024. You're sitting in the car and you're like, I want to talk to that girl who's in her PJs. Is it a video that you set in the car and you're like, okay, I'm going to do like 2 or 3 videos of this? Or is it something that you're just thinking at that moment to motivate a girl? Like, what were you thinking when you made that specific video?
When I made the first video, that was all it was supposed to be. It was just supposed to be. I was low key, and we do this a lot, talking to myself, because I am that girl who's mostly at home in her pajamas. So, and it was just a thing. I remember when that day, I think either that month or the following month, or in November, I was going somewhere. I had an event and my sister was making me a dress. My sister lives in Midrand, so I'd gone to her place, and when I arrived at her place, she wasn't there. I had to wait for her. So while I was waiting for her, I then decided, let me shoot a video. And that's the video I thought was going to do well. It did do well. I mean, I think it did more than 300,000 views, something like that. And then driving back home, when I arrived at home, on my way home, I kept thinking, imagine one day I go to a wedding and then I was just imagining. Don't you imagine things sometimes?
I do, but no, when you actually said it out loud, it was like, this girl's mind. How on earth did you come up with that whole story?
I imagine meeting a man
full day
all the time, girl. Okay, Mina, I have so many scenarios and ways. No man kumala. Nine scenario ukuthi ngangena garage, umuntu afika back emva kwami, athini.
Oh man.
And then just like then we're in love for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, wow. I guess you are a huge believer in love then.
Yeah. So when I did that video, that's all it was supposed to be. Just like, imagine this and this and this and this happened. How? Then I did not know there was going to be another one. Yeah, but then I followed the wave of the comments. Yeah.
So you create the first video and you realize, okay, people want more. You do another one. At what point do you see, okay, this is actually bigger than just me doing a bunch of videos about this fictional love story?
I think I realized after the first season, after the first 10 episodes, because that's why then I thought, let me be a bit more intentional. Because at first it was just delusion,
Just playful.
Yeah.
Then second season.
But second season I started to touch on realistic life situations that happen. And I thought, let me bring that in, and go a little bit more into backstory. And I'm from a filmmaking background, right? So I have a qualification in filmmaking, in television production. So I understand stories and creating stories. So at that point I understood that we need to give the characters more depth. We need to give them more, what are some of their weaknesses, stuff like that. Let's have a little bit more plots. Then by the time I got into second season, and also just as a human being, as a single mother, can I just touch on those topics as well? Can I just squeeze them in? And then I found a way of squeezing them in, and by doing that, yes, a lot of people fell off because they were more in love with the delusion, but I think that then the people that stayed with heart. Yeah, but now they were really starting to fall in love and relate and not like certain things. Hey, why are you baby daddy? And then
I have a lot of questions about all those characters.
Yeah. And then now it started to get a little bit more, have a bit more reality in it, but also preserving the love aspect of it. Because I'm like, can we just preserve love?
Can we just have love?
Can we just hold it dear to our hearts? Yeah.
Okay, let's analyze the characters.
Okay.
The first one being Mwanyana. My first question would be, why would you have 3 seasons and not give her a name?
Oh, it's just a hook. It's just so that you are hooked and hoping next season you get the name.
You're actually gonna get the name.
Next season, maybe. Let me see. Sorry.
Because
And then at some point I thought, let's release the name. But then by then I knew I'm gonna start writing the book. Then I'm like, it's a hook for the book. But in the book, if there's no hook, you're really gonna get the name.
I was actually gonna ask you, is she still gonna be Mwanyana in the book?
No, she has a name. From the very first sentence in the book, you get her name. Sentence or paragraph, somewhere there. Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever read the Facebook books?
Yeah.
So
I used to a lot though back
then.
Yeah, like earlier days.
Yeah, when it was about Shomu.
I never read Shomu, but what did I read? I can't even remember the title, but I used to. Yeah.
Okay.
A friend of mine put me on.
So I was a huge fan of those. I even had like a whole folder in my phone.
You told me.
Yes. So now when I'm listening to you, I'm picturing something like that. But you know what made me not happy about yours? It's the fact that the guy was so perfect. I hated the fact that he was so perfect, because I'm just like, there's no way there's a man in South Africa who is like this. So why would you make him so perfect, especially for the single mom who is single and has got literally 0.1% of meeting a guy even close to him?
Perfect. Because it's supposed to be. There are people who say they'd rather live in novels, in romance novels, than actually have a real relationship. They feel more in love when they're drowned in their romance novels. So it's escapism. That's just the world I was building. But in season 3, towards the end, he does have a flaw. You'll pick it up if you pay attention. If you're not too clouded by all the good things he did, you'll pick up. Ooh, that's a bit of a orange flag,
Okay.
But in the book, I suppose I explain like it.
You explain it into more detail.
You kind of feel it a little bit. This behavior. But then I also shut it down quickly. Also, just like quickly, and then
because I'm thinking, as I'm reading, when I'm listening to the book, I'm thinking, okay, he just gave her a car. He's paying for her, which for me was the very first red flag. It's okay, why is he just paying for her? Like,
You're waiting for
my
something
guy,
wrong
like,
to happen.
hey, I'm waiting for something wrong to happen, because in this environment that we live in, guys like that are usually either physically abusive, emotionally abusive. But Tato was none of that. Tato went and understood Usizwe. Like,
baby daddy, a stubborn baby daddy, not just
a very stubborn baby daddy. He is willing to give her space in everything that she's doing, and he's so understanding. And then you go and you make her so imperfect. That time you are a single mother, you're supposed to be representing us.
No.
Yes, you must be representing us.
Girls. I'm for girls, yes. But I know what girls like. You fall in love more with a perfect guy than with you being the perfect one.
Oh, okay.
In real life, self-love is important, but I mean, like, if you're consuming a story, yes, the frustrating guy might frustrate you and keep coming back to watch, but it's nice to see a good man. There's so many good women. Like, it's normal.
There's a lot of good women and a bad man.
A bit of the thing that's not normal in real life.
Wow.
Let's channel that a little bit in. But I do hear you, and it's part of the reason why I decided that I'm never gonna do season 4. Guys, I'm never gonna do season 4. For anybody who knows Tato wa Manyana, the series, I'm never gonna do it, because then I'm gonna have to go to those parts.
You're gonna
eventually.
have to.
And it's not the world I'm trying to build. Not in my delusion. Again, guys. in my delusional world, I don't want to.
Manyana is the issue, and Tato is perfect.
Because in my real life, Sissy, the men. So can my delusion just, and I mean, you want to be part of this delusion, you want to be part of this world.
We do. Like, I remember, I think I got so hooked mostly, when was it? It was season 2 that got me.
Okay.
When you introduced the baby daddy.
Baby daddy in season 2.
And yes, when you introduced the baby daddy in season 2, and the very first encounter, Sizwe and the baby daddy, that was what got me like, okay, now I need to see at what point does this man leave her? Because literally that's what I'm thinking. At what point does this man leave her? Because there's no way such a perfect man is going to stay with a woman who's got so much drama in her life.
And he doesn't.
He doesn't
leave her. If spoiler alert, even in the book, he doesn't leave her.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave her. Don't you want a man who stays?
I do want a man who stays, but now I'm stuck between reality and fiction. Reality is telling me that there's no man who's gonna stay for this, because I don't know, maybe it's something that society has portrayed about men. Men know what they want, so they're not gonna stay for just anything, whilst women will compensate and they will say, no, shame, if like they live in the hope of a person becoming into a soul. So he is, whilst she is taking.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, at what point?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll still read the book. It's okay. At what point do you decide, actually, people love this so much, I want it to not just be something that trended on TikTok for a month and that's it. I want it to be something that stays forever, as in the form of a book.
Again, I followed the momentum of the comments, so I got a number of people. I mean, not as much as all of the other comments that were based on the story and the learnings from the story, but there were comments of people saying, why don't you write a book? So I would say that was those comments were valuable to me, because they gave me something tangible that I can hold and be able to look at years from now, even when there's no social media. So you one day created this. And as a creative, it's quite important, I would say, because especially if you're a social media creative, because social media, things keep moving. It's not like you did this movie that's on Netflix that, anybody can come and pick it up whenever. Or I mean, I don't know how long TikTok is gonna last or whatever. Probably long, but I felt like a book would have more longevity and more life to it. So at a point where I started to see those comments more, they are not that many, but from my side, as a person who's receiving all of those comments,
they were more than
stood
enough
out.
for you.
Yeah, I was like, by maybe the 8th one even, they didn't need to be 100 out of 5,000 comments, for example. Just by the 8th one, I was like, okay. I think the first one, and even when I go live, people would say, why don't you write it? But I was like, no, I never do that. I think by the 8th one, I was like, actually,
maybe it's time I consider.
Actually, let's open that Google Doc. Let's see. And then it was like, okay, got the hang of it. Yeah. And then I did it.
And as the seasons are progressing, how do you keep creative? Because I can imagine the emotional toll it takes on you to not only write this, but feel it in order for you to actually help the other person who's watching you feel it. Because I think we connected more with the way that you were telling the story over anyone else. I mean, I could have simply just told the story for you. You wrote it and I just tell it for you. But you became Mwanyana. I think I was going through some of the comments today on the series, and people actually like, I feel like this is actually your story. How do you do that? Or how do you keep being creative throughout?
The other thing, ukhumbula was the first time I'm doing something like this. So it wasn't intentional until almost towards the end. As you show, maybe going into season 2, but season 3 was even more intentional, to a point where I had every episode written out and I knew what was going to happen in every episode, even before I shot. By the time I started the story, I knew how it was going to end. I may have not figured out the exact details of it, but I knew what is going to end. Yabo, near ring.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because it ends with the ring, and I knew it's gonna end with the ring, but how are we gonna get there exactly? I knew we're gonna, So it was unintentional until it was intentional. So it was. This is a gift. I wasn't.
Okay.
I've never really considered something like this a gift as much as I would consider singing, maybe like a real talent. Because talking also comes naturally, just like so it was just a flow. I'd say a flow through me. I think I want to also just accept that it was a flow through me, because I get scared. I want to do another story, for example. I have ideas of another story, but every time I have to sit down and record something, I get scared that it won't be
as well received as the other one.
Never mind well received, but I might not be able to tell it I won't be able to portray it as well as I did this story, because I felt like it was an anointing of that time.
Oh girl, you had us wanting to go to weddings in December, because what if it was
an anointing of that time. So in general, maintaining creativity as a content creator, let me say, it just happens. Like this morning, I'm bathing, and I'm like, some of the best ways to remain creative is to go for a walk and take a shower. You will get ideas, hey? Okay, so I'm your guess. Apart from hygiene, ideally we shower or bath every day. But you're gonna get some good ideas.
You're gonna get some good ideas.
You're gonna get some fresh ideas. Yeah, you're gonna get some revival of the soul, of the energy, creative flow. Or go for a walk. You're gonna get some ideas. Hey,
sure.
You're gonna if you walk Monday to Monday, 7 days, 4 of those days,
you thought of
come back and jot down some notes. You'll see and track, and you'll see 7 days later. I would say 4 out of the 7, I was in I had some creativity. I had some ideas, I had some solutions. Even if you're not a creative person, you're more logical, you had some solutions to things. So I think, I don't know, it just happened. Every day, shower. Creative flow.
Every day. Actually, namhlanje, let's say this, let's do this.
But also it was hard at the same time. That I won't lie, it was also hard. with each episode thinking, is it going to make sense? And as I said, by the time we're getting into second season, people are falling off. People are questioning, why this? Why is season such a But at the same time, I saw it as positive thing because it's engagement. People are engaging.
It means they want to come back. I was actually intentional because I think you posted at night, so I would wake up in the morning, go to your page and check if there's a new upload. I remember one weekend, 11, and you hadn't posted. I went on Instagram and I was like, a second, where's the episode?
It was so hard. Hey, it was fun but hard because, as you're saying, there's that feeling, and I really was in the story. I think that's the part that made it hard for me. And I recently learned, I have a friend who's a writer, and she says that we went to film school together, and she took the writing route, and she said she was one of the writers even on lockdown, and she said one of the things she doesn't like about writing is that she gets into the characters. Like, she sees herself in the scenes and she feels the feelings. And I was like, that is actually that's what I felt when I thought I was crazy. When I created the story, I cried. I cried real tears. I cried. Is it season 1 where I cried? Season 1 or season 2? I'm so
I think it was season 2.
But there's a part where there's an episode where I cry. And I wasn't like really crying at the moment that I shot the video. So I had the idea for the video, like, let's say 2 or 3 days. I knew we need to get there. But throughout the time, I didn't have a moment of crying. And I knew I'm going to have to cry. And I tried, and the tears were not there. But one day I got triggered by something, and I was just crying that day. It was even a Sunday, I remember. I was working and cooking at the same time. And while I was working, something just washed over me, and then I was crying. And then my creative mind said, hey, use
this
those
is the
tears.
moment.
Use those tears. Go quickly in the car. Go. So
being creative is a lot of work.
And then we spoke about our iPhones heating up. It's that time. And then in the middle of my crying, battery temperature, what?
Oh my gosh.
I put it in the fridge. I had to hold those tears. Went back outside. Went back to that thought that washed over me. Continued to cry. Then I was like, "Oh, we need to go into the next day. I needed to change. Run quickly, change, come back, bring those tears back." And I was crying for a particular situation, nothing related to the story, but I used those tears. So the things that I felt really, really.
So you decided to write a book. You have got experience in the film industry. Why not approach production companies to make it a movie or series? Because you've got proof that, listen, people actually like the story. We can make it a proper story. Why not just approach them instead of sitting down and writing a book?
Yeah, proof of concept. Because that route felt a little bit out of reach for me, even though I have a background in film and television production, and I've got some friends who work in productions and stuff like that. It still felt out of reach because ideally, if I'm your friend, come to me and ask for help. But I struggle to ask for help. I feel like I'm losing my friend. I just want to keep our friendship. I don't know. But I think I need to get out of that and just it's not that deep, maybe, perhaps. But also I felt like with a book I'd have more control, and then I would have even more proof of concept when I go and sell it.
Okay, when you go and sell it and then go back.
I'd definitely love to sell it. It's an intention, and I'll work on it. And it comes out in the way that I was saying. It also helped me, having the background, in television, also helped me create character bibles. Because now when I was writing the book, now I actually sat down to create character bibles. Because I know when you're creating stories in film or whatever, you do those things. You do that. You create the world, the feel, the look and feel. So I was able now to then create those things. And those things are assets now that are documented and that can come together. I have all these assets. I have the book. I have the TikTok comments and engagement. It feels more whole for me now. compared to that time. And I know pitching a television show doesn't need all of that. Just create your proposal doc and pitch. But it just felt out of reach because I've been out of touch with the industry for many years. So I just thought, if I want to come back in this capacity, let me come back strong and different from other people with a different age. There are people who've written books, but do they have a TikTok series? There are people who have a TikTok series, but do they have the book as well? Maybe they are, but how many are they? So I might be able to stand out a little bit more. Hopefully it works.
You will. So let's say
positioning.
You sell it, and a production, let's say for some crazy miracle bomb production is like, let's take this.
Oh, Father God, Lord, please.
Who are you picturing as Utato and Umanyana in your dream world?
Oh, we've had this so many times. So first, let me tell you the friend. Umanyana's friend.
Yeah.
I picture Umapaseka.
Okay. Oh, yes, makes so much sense. I don't
know. She's like the first person I saw. I was like, Mapaseka.
Is that you, girl?
How much? What's your rate? She's on my mood board.
Okay.
As I built my character Bibles. Who did I have for? Who did I have?
I'm picturing, and I think I've seen one or two people say the same for Utato. Tapelo Mukwena. Yes. Yeah. I can see him.
I do have him on my mood board, but I wouldn't want it to be him exactly. So who's like him? Who else is like him in the industry? So I want someone like him, but not him.
Not him exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. Who else is like him?
So if we can find someone like him, I know he's quite distinct in South Africa. He's like one of one.
He is.
But if we can find someone like him, him.
Okay. And for Nganyana?
For Nganyana, I mean, I have your general Natasha Tahanes,
Okay.
I have the girl who was on Blood and Water. It's Blood and Water, eh?
Which one?
The other girl, the other nice girl, the one who just got engaged.
Oh yes, I see her.
Yeah. So I have them. There's somebody else I have on there, but I forgot. Yeah. So, but I wouldn't want it to be Natasha Tahane. But again, sort of like
I was actually gonna say
someone like her.
I was gonna say, not that I'm undermining the capabilities of Natasha, but I don't see her playing it. Instead, I see or whatever, the one who was on Naledi, the wife. Yes, I see her. Like she'd be perfect for it.
Adulting.
Yes.
Yeah. But I feel like she's a bit older.
Oh yes, so, in terms of
so age and look wise, we go for like a Natasha Tahane, but not her, as I said. Is her name Tahane?
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Tahane.
And so we go for kind of like that age group and more looks, just to commercialize it.
Okay. And as you are doing the story, there is mom who is watching all of this. Yes, who's watching all of these videos, and even though you don't go into too much detail,
there are scenes
about the scenes. Yes, how does it feel when she comes back and tells you that I watched this episode?
No shade to my mother, but her attention span is short. So I know she watched the series, but I know she didn't watch all the episodes. I don't think she made it even to that scene because she would have said something. But I have an aunt, so my mom's sister. She saw this. She's like, hey, wait up. She's a TikTok fanatic. Yeah. My mom is also quite a TikTok fan, but my aunt.
She was like,
hey. She watched all the episodes. She tells me, hey, I'm cooking. And she's much older. She's like 60. Though she enjoyed the story though. So that gave me a little bit more like, at least she enjoyed the story. Also, girl, I've played a prostitute 2 times on television as an actress.
I think I've watched one of the shows that you were on.
My dad saw that. My dad's friends saw that. And they told me that, hey, wait now.
Okay. Because the one thing that I was now going to get to is, in as much as you were a bit descriptive on TikTok, the book requires you to be
More.
even more descriptive of the things that are going to be happening. So now, does it get...
Mm.
Oh,
But
okay.
not a lot. There's maybe 3 scenes.
Because there wasn't a lot
Yeah.
really of steamy scenes.
There's maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
One of those might make you like
But, okay. Well,
one, maybe just one of those. The others you might be able to read through gashly. If you're conservative also, you know, like I am. So if I, like even when I was typing, I was like, full stop again. Next one I'm crap. Next.
I
So,
think
yeah.
I'll probably be okay with it because I think
You're
the
used to
first
steamy-
culture shock when it comes to steamy scenes was
Facebook.
50 Shades. No, even Facebook is better.
Yes.
50 Shades.
Did you read the book?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, no, that was a lot.
And then when I actually watched the movie, I was a bit underwhelmed because it's not
worse in the book. Okay, no.
Yes.
Yeah, so then you might be underwhelmed even with the book. It's not as hectic. But if you're conservative, yeah, if, like me, then it might shock you a little.
Okay.
Just a little though.
Okay. And in the video series, which episode made you sit down after putting it, or maybe after editing it, you're like, girl, this is you. Like, you're really doing this.
Funny enough, it's not in the
The
actual
series.
series. The one that I was like, even after editing, I'm like, oh, it's the this year when I was announcing. What was I announcing? Pre-orders for the book.
Okay.
I did that one video where I'm wearing a red cap and like a red. Yeah, that one. I looked at it, I was like, oh, you still got it.
So you still got it.
After so many months. I was like, yeah, I was shocked. It was being like I was like, I was again.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, even that, maybe if I have to go to the series, and you want to go watch the shower one, the first
shower one,
spice,
because don't you want to also take a shower?
and then you play the song, poetry, that one. Yeah, that part of the episode, that's what's the end.
Okay, so let's talk about the launch of the book. How's the planning going for it?
And it's so close now.
It's so close. I was actually thinking it's like a week. Yeah, a week and a few days.
So close. This morning, talking to my mom about it, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm wearing. I don't know. I think I am. What you understand? Like,
Is
like
it
I'm a
really
bit
helping?
confused.
Is it really happening?
Yeah, it's like I'm a bit confused that it's really happening and it's coming up, and I'm even starting to feel like, hey girls, crunch time, you need to promote it more now. Just like every second video.
Yeah.
Please,
yes.
You know. Oh, who was I talking to? A friend. Oh, I was talking to a friend, and she was asking me for details. I'm like, friend, how are you asking me for details when I have posters on my social media? She's like, oh, you do.
You do.
I was like, she's like, you need to promote more.
You need to promote more. The fact that she doesn't know.
I see you DJs playing.
Why?
Why? Over and over, 2 times.
Because Hashem 3-4 times a day.
I get it now. So I think, this is the week. This week and next week is like crunch time week. I'm upset that I'm realizing at the last minute, but I feel like I have time. It's exciting, but again, having the conversation with my mom this morning, I'm young who, because it makes me feel like we're finally closing, you know, and because it still felt like there was an open end to this. We're finally closing, and I can get on to a next passion project. Yeah, because I do have some other passion projects.
You're not gonna go to season 4.
Because then I'm gonna ruin it, and I don't ever want to ruin it.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I don't. I have a lot of reality things in my life. It's just like ruin things. I don't want to ruin this one.
But maybe just work on another one.
A different story, yes.
Yes.
But not this one. I'm not touching it. Season 4, shy. No, yeah. So I'm very excited about the launch. But equally, as I said, upset that I didn't take it as seriously or put in enough effort in the promotion of it. But I'm quite excited. The venue is there. What else is there? The venue so far. And the ideas on paper of everything else that we need to start putting together. Yeah. So the ideas, the planning is there on paper, and the venue. I mean, venue is most important. Once that's secured. Yeah. I'm also lucky because my sister is in events.
Oh,
so she's also handling the bigger part of things. So yeah, I should ask her how's it going.
Let's go. How's the planning going?
Yeah.
For your own event.
Yeah.
Okay. So why decide to have a soft launch instead of like a huge launch for something that was so big?
Because I'm scared. I don't trust myself to be able to pull in the numbers. If I have to be honest. If it's an event, right, and I always told myself I would never do an event. It scares me. And this
scares me on behalf of people.
And this is actually proving to me that it's hard. It's hard. We did the Mother's Day with Mandy. We went to, and she's always said like events are hard, and I'm seeing it for myself now. I'm seeing pulling the numbers. It's not as easy as getting someone to watch on social media, getting them to come there physically, and also people are all over. So how do I know exactly how many
people are in Joburg and would come?
How many of them work and can afford to be there? How many of them are available on the day? It's month end. How many and there's also a young age group. So
there's quite young people. Because I would sometimes catch your lives, and it was pretty young people who are on there.
So how many of them can convince their mothers to take them to this launch that they saw on TikTok about a romance story? Only 15. Okay, not 15, but like there's 18, 17 even. We are more like, even me, I'd ask my daughter.
Romance, no
I mean, even with the book cover, I actually have another book cover, but I'll announce that soon, because I realized that the book cover is a little explicit. I mean, the guy is holding the girl.
So you don't want it to be explicit?
I like that, and it's the from the focus groups and research I did, that's the one that won. But again, being conservative, holding that cover for me, like I'm reading at home. My poor little 17-year-old who's in grade 11, grade 12 is reading the book, and the mother, so I have another more conservative cover that I'll announce when it's ready. Once it's in print. So it's for the people who are conservative. But for the diehard romance readers, they love that. They were even the ones who were like, because initially I didn't want even people on the cover, and they said
no, we want,
that grabs attention. That's what we want. And I said, okay, I'm not a diehard romance reader, so let me listen to
because I think Nami, the first romance novel that I read, I was in grade 7. It was called The Perilous, I don't know how to pronounce it, Proposal, but that's the name of the book. The cover was a bit sketchy for a child who's in grade 7. It was my aunt's book, but I had to tear out the cover because my mom would have never accepted me reading that, and it was quite hectic. So it makes a lot of sense.
And it's not to say there's still something good in the story that I believe a mother would want their child to read, so that they understand that there is understanding love in this world. And we're not saying be delusional about love as much as the story is delusional, but have high expectations and have standards, and that's something I would love for my child to read. And maybe Gabe will tear out the pages with the explicit scenes, but and for her to, I'm a single mother, so she'll have a view into my world,
into your world,
some of the things I experienced and felt. Not everything is relating to my real life story, but she'll understand other single moms, anybody who's young. We wish them well and not to be single mothers, but we don't know what will happen for them in the future. Also, Kumbula, I once read this book, good things keep happening to me, and this girl was a single mother. She got out of it. She was still loved, she was still able to take care of her child. She still succeeded in her career. She still had a booming business. She still, she still had she still had her own house.
Yes.
She still raised her children. She still lived. She still cultivated a beautiful life for herself. She went to therapy. She had flaws, but she worked on them. Life will turn out well for you.
And also another angle of it is your baby daddy might find a woman who's good enough to take care of your child, even though society portrays it like. So there's that thing, you can actually have faith in that. Your baby daddy will find a good woman who will be able to take care of your child.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I want long life for my baby daddy, because he currently does have a good. I don't know her, but I believe she's a good woman so far, and that I'm very grateful for, because we have to accept where we are in life. It stings and it's kind of sad to know that another woman is gonna raise your children. I actually have a section in the book that talks about that, and just the feelings of how she felt, Wanyana, accepting when that situation had to happen. But you also become so grateful, because it could have been worse. It could have been a deadbeat, or he could have gotten a partner that does not care about the kids. So at least and then be grateful at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of teenagers learning lessons, do you think your daughter has watched the series?
She said she didn't, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Would you have wanted her to watch it?
No, she's still 15. But maybe if she's like 18, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So what can people expect from the launch, the people that will be going?
Expect us to be delulu.
We're going to be living in a delusional world. Actually, there's a guy on TikTok, I don't know if you know him, Mukhanti.
Yes.
He's got a book.
Yes. How to what delusional, but yes. Yambon.
I actually want that book.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's worth it. Because really, guys, life is a lot.
True.
But also, what to expect when I say Dululu, just like the good side of life and love, let me say love particularly, we know there's a lot of toxicity, life has a lot of whatever relationships, but we're gonna focus on the good side of life, of love. I mean, on the good things, some of the things that give you butterflies, some green flags, therapy, there's those things in the book. Therapy is not a delusion, but it's a green flag. So we're gonna expect those kinds of conversations. It's not a day for us to focus on the fact that baby daddy died, on the fact that Wanyana went through so much hardship because of heartbreak, and she struggled for so many years, and now she had to. We're gonna focus on now she found the love. How is she gonna work on just nurturing it, and how does it feel to be loved by a man like this, when as a woman you have so many triggers. Now when you come into a relationship and it's like, I'm the red flag now. So how do you embrace this good man? Because there are good men out there. 1 of 100, but ukhona. Ukhona. We focus on the one. It's in the Bible. The what son? The prodigal son.
Or the prodigal son.
You went and fetched that one when you had good ones. You went and fetched that sheep. That one sheep.
Yeah.
That's the one that we're focusing on. The one that God says he's still here. He's here. So, we're just gonna focus on the goodness of love. It's gonna be short, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Little, nowadays painting activity, canvas painting activity. Also because that's something
that happened.
So we're just bringing it now into reality. Picnic setup. Just pretend you're going on that date that Tato and Wanyana went on, where it was just, he said, wear a dress, be comfortable. Go back to that episode if you might remember what he said. Sun hat. That's the theme. And we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna have chats. We're gonna have a Q&A session. And the Q&A session is hosted by a girl. Her name is Sino as well.
Oh, okay.
Sino. What's your name, Malpelen?
Sinotando.
Oh!
She's also Sinotando?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So there's a surprise
She's
for
going to
you
be
guys in the
representing
book.
me at least.
Oh, you better read the book till the end. Yeah, because you can't come. There's a surprise for you guys in the book. If your name is Sinotando,
okay.
there's a surprise for you in the book. So, no, Wanyana's name is not Sino, sorry. But
okay.
there's still a surprise.
No, you
for
said
you
at the end, so I knew it's definitely not.
So, she's gonna do the Q&A session, and the reason I chose her is because she actually found love through the story.
Oh yes, she's one of the people from the lives.
Yeah.
I was actually one of my questions. Well, I was gonna ask that question, and then you said something. Now I want to ask another question before.
Let's go.
So which one do I go for? The one I initially wanted to ask, or the one that I thought of whilst we were speaking?
Let's
now?
follow up. Yeah, the one you thought of now.
Okay. We spoke about Uti. She's a woman with a lot of triggers. In the book, maybe this might be a spoiler alert, but in the book, does she ever come to realize, Uti, actually I've got so many flaws? Like, does she go into detail about her life experiences? Because yes, in the video she does speak about Uti, she's gonna lose this man, but does she sit down with herself and say, actually, this has been my life?
She does. I don't think it's in like one full chapter, but in pieces and pieces you get more of her
backstory. Okay.
You get more, oh, this happened to her. And then Sinin again, she reflects on something. Sinin, she's journaling, and this comes out. Sinin, so you do get, now you know she journals.
If you got this far, you got to get a spoiler.
So you get to see. Yeah, you get to see more of the things, and which gives you more of an understanding as to why she responded in certain ways, why she behaved, why she did certain things. Yeah, it's because of some of her past experiences.
Okay, so for the launch, who are you most looking forward to meeting or to seeing come through? Maybe people from the series.
Oh, just the people who loved the story, people who were genuinely engaged in the story and enjoyed it. Yeah, I meet so many people who are just like, ta-da! Come to that lady with the story. Like, all the time, at the mall.
I can't.
Funeral meeting is a funeral
meeting.
All the time. And those are the people I'd love to see, because I've gotten to genuinely see the excitement outside of a 1 or 2 sentence comment, just like more. Yes, even on the lives, I definitely got that. But like in real life,
you get to see with your shoe.
Yeah. And to see and realize that people still remember. It's almost a year later. Are you aware?
It's almost a year later.
And people still remember. And when they see me, they remember.
And I saw that there's people who are actually still going back,
and
who are coming and be like, I'm here to rewatch again.
Yeah, so those are the people that, like, if you ever bumped into me at the mall, or if you've never, because maybe we just never come across each other. Gauteng is big. Johannesburg is really, it's not big, but relatively, I guess. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. So for those people, those are the people I really want to just connect and have a conversation with, because it's an overflow. Yeah, we're not starting a whole new topic, and we know exactly what we're talking about and how Wanyana went through things and how you relate to them. Yeah, and that connects us actually, because it means we have something in common, because some of the things and feelings she went through, I went through them. I took even from some of my own personal experiences. Not everything, but
there are some things.
There's a percentage where some things are from my personal experience. So that's what storytellers are. You tend to draw from your experiences as well.
Okay, so what impact did the series have on people that you never expected that it will have?
I don't know. What do you mean?
I thought the reason I was saying there's a question that I was gonna ask. I thought you'd actually answer that, Guti. You never expected people to actually meet and fall in love through just watching your story.
Yes. Hey, you comprehension. Okay. Yes, I never expected that people would fall in love. Like, and actually be giddy and in love and take flights. Because actually the couple, Omunye lives in Cape Town and Omunye is in Johannesburg.
Cape Town is the country of
yes.
the
Please. It's a country. Omunye is in Cape Town. Girl is in Cape Town and guy is in Johannesburg. In Pretoria. And there's been flights.
Wow.
Do you understand?
From just meeting through the story. Wow.
For this love. And I see them posting each other now. And I mean, even when the pre-orders for the book came out, they were the first people to buy the book. I think I announced at like 6 a.m. At like 5:06, there was already they bought 3 books. The guy bought for him, I don't know who else, and her.
Wow, that's so nice.
And I hadn't even like said Uti tomorrow. I didn't say when it came out is when it came out.
And they were like
5 minutes later, and I think I put out the first announcement on an Instagram story. I was like, hey, Nyavuga guys.
It's because we had long anticipated it.
like no, barely even 5 minutes.
Wow.
Were your notifications on? What's happening?
Notifications are on.
So I never expected, that first of all, I would write a book and it would have its first sale within 5 minutes. I never expected that people would fall in love. Like really, like they are in love. We don't know how long it's gonna last or what's gonna happen, but this happened for them at some point. So I did not expect that. I did not expect that I would write a book when I created the story. Ever. I did not ever expect to write a book.
What would happen.
At some point in my life, I never thought I'd write a book. And then at some point I thought, okay, I could write a book. This was, I think, last year. But I never thought the book would be fiction.
Oh, okay.
Ever. I'm not even a big fiction reader.
So you never imagined. So you probably were thinking about my biography vibes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Self-help.
We here.
Self-help. How to.
How to. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So do you see yourself writing another book from this?
Another fiction. Yeah.
Okay.
As brutal as the process was.
Okay. Is it gonna be romance still?
Yeah.
Okay. We definitely for it. As long as not horror vibes, like we shall be there.
I recently read a thriller romance type. Loved that. Didn't think I'd enjoy it. So you never know. You might enjoy horror because thriller surprised me. As a read, I don't even want to watch.
I've got a wild mind. Things stay in my mind. Like they stay for a long time. So if I'm going to be reading stuff like that, I'm going to be dreaming. I'm going to be dreaming, and I'm going to be
Yes, I dreamt about the character.
No. It's not happening.
Red Ink. You know Red Ink? It even has a television show on Showmax.
I've seen. I think I've seen people talk about. Oh no,
Angela McCullough.
No, thank you.
I think it's also her story that has inspired me to go that route of writing the book and then putting it on television.
Okay. We're gonna get into what I call Fun 5 with me.
Let's do this.
First one is Song of the Week.
I
look for it.
Yes.
Okay, I look for it. Okay. No, I don't know. I sometimes wonder what TikTok I'm on. Okay.
That's been the song of the week.
Okay, and movie or series of the week?
I'm not even happy to say this, but it was Perfect Match, Reality.
Perfect Match. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's the last thing I watched. I'd say. You married at first sight. Oh. What am I saying? Married
at first sight. I'm on episode 3 and
sight.
Wow, I was happy the first episode. I'm on episode 3 now. I'm like,
The first
Okay,
episode
what's
was
going
so...
on?
Wait until you watch episode, I think it's 7, the latest one, ne?
I saw people on WhatsApp were like, Married at First Sight is gonna make me so mad.
Wait until the last one, but I loved it for me, the messiness.
Okay.
Loved the drama for me, the entertainment. I wish it wasn't like that, so that they genuinely fall in love, but love the entertainment.
Sure. Hey, okay. YouTuber or TikToker of the week? I say TikTok because you probably consume more TikTok.
That's long to Mina. Okay. About 30 seconds, I lose about. Oh, I take long to think. You know, on YouTube, I can't say YouTuber of the week, but I'll tell you, I'm consuming a lot of Tyler Perry interviews. So even like old ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm consuming a lot of Tyler Perry interviews simply because it's not necessarily a YouTuber, but it's stuff I'm watching and I'm actually searching and watching that because he's put out so much work this year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how the heck?
Do it? How did you do it?
How?
And he seems to be doing better this year than the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like the stories are better.
So maybe the past 2-3 years he's been working, doing a lot of writing and content. The amount of work that's come out this year for me, and we're like just half, just a little over half of the year, and he was touring, not Beyonce.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a series, it's a movie. So I'm consuming a lot of his podcast episodes, interviews. Yeah, and I'm loving to hear from him. And I mean, he's got scandals, so it's just like...
It's nice to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Quote you currently living by?
Obviously. Good things keep happening to me.
Okay, yes.
Good.
That, by the way, guys,
keep
is the name of the book. Yes.
Good things keep happening to me.
And you've been living by that quote for, I think, the past 2 years?
A while, yeah.
Okay. And one skincare product you're currently swearing by. Let me take a guess for you.
Yes.
Lip gloss.
Sunscreen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to scream. Sunscreen!
Sunscreen!
Wear your sunscreen!
Okay, thank you so much.
I like a natural look, and I feel like when I wear sunscreen, it gives me a bit of a glow.
Oh yes, it does give you a bit of a glow too. That's very
like
true.
I will shine. We have a 2K by a shine. I'm a edge. I shine.
I don't want.
Umlomo, black, we are
Hey, umlomo black, Maria shiner and edges and pongos a shiner.
And sunscreen does that for me.
Okay, which sunscreen brand?
I'm currently using just the Clicks brand, but I love the Eucerin brand. It's just that when I stopped it, it was making my eyes itch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's my issue with it as well. My eyes are very sensitive, so
yeah, it was making my eyes itch, so I stopped it. But it like the
it's
results were
amazing.
even better. My skin was so good. Being at Sinchi, I put 2 liters of water
Every day.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, my eyes would itch badly.
Okay, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
We cannot wait to have the book in our hands and read it. And when you are I don't know what, something books, bestseller, we shall have you here again. Yeah, alright,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will put Puseletso's social media handles in the comment section. I'm pretty sure you guys know her, but I'm gonna put them in the comment section.
This is so much fun.
Thank you.
Part 2. Hey, you guys are telling me part 2.
Hi,